Ever feel overwhelmed by life's responsibilities? You're not alone. But here's the game changer: play. Yes, play. You might be thinking, that's for kids. But what if I told you that play is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth, creativity, and resilience, no matter your age? In today's video, we're diving into the surprising science behind why play is essential for adults. We'll explore how play can boost mental well-being, spark innovation, and help you tackle life's challenges with a fresh perspective. So, if you're ready to discover how embracing your inner child could unlock creativity, innovation, and even improve your emotional resilience, stay tuned. This might just be the breakthrough you didn't know you needed. Let's get into it. Play, often seen as the domain of children, is crucial for adults as well, particularly when it comes to personal growth and resilience. The psychological and emotional benefits of maintaining a playful mindset are profound. At its core, play fosters creativity, allowing individuals to break free from rigid thought patterns and explore new ways of seeing the world. For adults, incorporating play into their lives isn't just about recreation or entertainment, it's about embracing curiosity, imagination, and joy as essential tools for growth and overcoming life's challenges. From a psychological standpoint, playfulness offers a healthy escape from the stresses and complexities of adult life. It provides a space where we can release the pressures of responsibility, allowing our minds to rejuvenate. In these moments of lightness, the brain shifts from survival mode to a more relaxed state, promoting mental well-being. This helps lower anxiety, combat burnout, and improve overall emotional regulation. Play allows individuals to connect with a part of themselves that feels free, spontaneous, and capable of joy, reminding them that life is not just about obligations and duties. Furthermore, play promotes adaptability and resilience. When we engage in playful activities, whether through games, art, or creative problem-solving, we develop a sense of flexibility. Life rarely goes as planned, and cultivating a playful spirit allows us to approach setbacks with an open mind, viewing challenges as opportunities for creativity rather than roadblocks. In this way, play helps develop emotional resilience by fostering a sense of inner strength and curiosity, which makes it easier to recover from adversity and maintain a positive outlook. Play also plays a significant role in innovation and problem-solving. Adults who cultivate their inner sense of play are often more willing to take risks, experiment, and look at problems from different perspectives. In both artistic and scientific fields, those who maintain a playful mindset are often the ones who bring fresh ideas to the table, challenging conventional wisdom and pushing boundaries. This creative process thrives on a foundation of curiosity and willingness to make mistakes, qualities that are typically nurtured through play. In essence, play is not a frivolous or childish indulgence but a vital component of personal development. It's the space where we experiment, where we reconnect with our own creativity, and where we find the strength to persevere in the face of challenges. By incorporating play into our daily lives, adults can foster resilience, embrace creativity, and continue evolving in their personal growth journey. Adulthood often comes with an overwhelming sense of responsibility, demanding attention to careers, relationships, and day-to-day obligations. Yet, Nietzsche's idea of retaining a childlike sense of play is an invitation to embrace freedom, creativity, and spontaneity despite these pressures. The challenge, however, lies in finding a balance between the seriousness of adult life and the joy of playfulness. Navigating this tension is not always easy, but it is essential for maintaining a sense of well-being and personal fulfillment. The idea of play as something childish can often be dismissed in adulthood, where there's a prevailing belief that to be successful and responsible, one must be serious and focused at all times. This notion can lead to burnout, emotional exhaustion, and a feeling of being trapped in a cycle of constant productivity. As individuals are expected to manage both personal and professional duties, the possibility of engaging in spontaneous, carefree activities becomes increasingly rare. However, this absence of play can contribute to a sense of stagnation, or worse, emotional and mental fatigue. The key to balancing responsibility and playfulness lies in integrating moments of joy into daily life. This does not necessarily mean abandoning responsibilities but finding ways to approach them with lightness and creativity. In a practical sense, this could involve setting aside time for activities that bring joy, like playing an instrument, engaging in sports, or even spending time with loved ones in a carefree environment. These moments of play don't detract from productivity. Instead, they recharge the mind, reduce stress, and ultimately enhance one's ability to meet obligations with renewed energy and a fresh perspective. Moreover, embracing playfulness in adulthood allows for greater adaptability. Play is inherently flexible. There are no right or wrong ways to engage with it, and this fluidity can help adults cope with the unpredictability and challenges of life. When responsibilities feel overwhelming, allowing time for unstructured, playful moments provides a psychological break that enhances problem-solving skills and emotional flexibility. A playful attitude makes it easier to roll with the punches and handle setbacks with a sense of humor and grace. Balancing play with responsibility also fosters deeper connections with others. Adults who allow themselves to be playful are often more approachable and less rigid in their relationships. Playfulness creates opportunities for bonding, for shared experiences that build trust and camaraderie. It's in these lighter moments that we can relate to others on a more human level, free from the constraints of formal roles and expectations. Play, then, becomes a bridge that nurtures deeper emotional connections and promotes a supportive social environment. Ultimately, finding the balance between responsibility and play is an act of self-care and emotional wisdom. It is about recognizing that life is not only about fulfilling duties but also about staying connected to the joy, creativity, and spontaneity that make us human. Adults who embrace this balance are more likely to lead lives that are not only productive but also joyful and emotionally fulfilling. By integrating play into the rhythm of everyday life, we can approach challenges with resilience, foster creativity, and cultivate deeper connections, making both our responsibilities and our moments of play more meaningful. Friedrich Nietzsche's concept of the Übermensch, or Overman, is central to his philosophy of personal evolution and self-transcendence. The Übermensch represents an individual who is not bound by societal norms or conventional morality but creates their own values, forging a path of creativity, strength, and freedom. In this context, Nietzsche's philosophy suggests that the key to becoming the best version of oneself, of truly embracing one's potential, is to retain an open, childlike spirit of playfulness and imagination. The inner child is not merely a metaphor for innocence but for a state of pure, uninhibited creativity that can help guide one toward greatness. At the heart of Nietzsche's notion of becoming is the idea that human beings are not fixed entities, but rather, they are always in the process of evolving, transforming, and reimagining themselves. This continuous state of growth requires both a willingness to break free from old patterns of thinking and a deep embrace of one's creative, playful essence. The inner child, in this sense, is an embodiment of that spontaneous, exploratory, and joyous part of ourselves that is not constrained by the rigid structures of adult life. It is this childlike part of the psyche that propels individuals to challenge conventions, explore new ways of thinking, and ultimately shape their own destiny. Nietzsche emphasizes the importance of overcoming societal conditioning and embracing one's authentic self. The Übermensch must reject the external pressures that define value, success, and morality, and instead, create a personal code based on internal desires and strengths. The inner child plays a pivotal role in this process, as it allows individuals to approach the world with a sense of wonder and curiosity, undeterred by fear of judgment or failure. In Nietzsche's view, the ability to play, to approach life with a mindset that is both serious and lighthearted, is crucial for achieving personal transformation and transcendence. The Übermensch is a person who not only masters themselves but also cultivates the capacity to find joy and meaning in the process of becoming. This childlike spirit within each of us is also vital for resilience. The Übermensch does not simply adapt to challenges but transforms them into opportunities for growth and self-expression. Just as a child views obstacles as playful challenges to overcome, the adult who retains their inner child can approach adversity with a mindset of discovery. Life's hardships become part of the creative process, rather than insurmountable problems. In this way, playfulness becomes a tool of strength and fortitude, helping individuals navigate difficult times with the same energy and enthusiasm as a child playing a game. The Übermensch is not just a conqueror of external forces but someone who continuously reinvents themselves with vigor, curiosity, and joy. Furthermore, Nietzsche's concept of the Übermensch implies a constant state of creative exploration, and this exploration requires a sense of freedom. The inner child symbolizes a kind of freedom that exists beyond societal expectations, a freedom to imagine, to create, and to embrace the unknown. By nurturing this aspect of the self, one can overcome fear and embrace uncertainty, ultimately leading to personal liberation. The playful approach to life encourages individuals to experiment, make mistakes, and grow from them. It is through this trial and error process, guided by the inner child, that true self-actualization can occur. Thus, the relationship between Nietzsche's Übermensch and the inner child is not merely a metaphorical one, it is a profound part of his philosophy of becoming. To achieve greatness and personal transformation, one must continually nurture the playful, childlike energy within, a vital force that allows us to face challenges with creativity, adapt to change, and transcend the limitations of our current selves. In embracing this inner child, we not only move closer to Nietzsche's ideal of the Übermensch but also rediscover the joy, freedom, and infinite possibilities inherent in the act of becoming. Play is often perceived as a leisurely, non-essential activity, something to be indulged in after the real work is done. However, for creative minds in art, science, and beyond, play is not just a break from productivity, it is the wellspring from which innovation flows. The connection between play and creativity is profound. Through play, individuals access the kind of mental flexibility and imaginative thinking that allow them to generate new ideas, experiment without fear of failure, and envision possibilities beyond the constraints of conventional thought. At its core, play involves a sense of freedom, experimentation, and exploration, qualities that are central to the creative process. When people engage in playful activities, they step outside the boundaries of established norms and expectations. The rules of play are flexible and often arbitrary, which mirrors the kind of freedom that creativity demands. In play, there is no pressure to achieve specific outcomes, which encourages individuals to take risks and explore ideas that might seem illogical or impractical in a more serious context. This freedom fosters the kind of divergent thinking that is necessary for breakthrough ideas and innovative solutions. For artists, musicians, and writers, play is the very essence of the creative journey. It's in the playful experimentation with colors, shapes, sounds, and words that they are able to tap into new forms of expression. A painter, for example, might play with textures and brushstrokes in ways that initially seem random or unplanned but, in the end, lead to a discovery of a unique style. Similarly, a musician may improvise on their instrument, allowing their fingers to explore melodies without any preconceived notion of where the music should go. These moments of playful freedom lead to the birth of art that is unexpected, fresh, and groundbreaking. In the world of science and innovation, play is just as essential. Great inventors and thinkers throughout history have often credited their most significant discoveries to moments of playful experimentation or daydreaming. Thomas Edison, for instance, famously approached the process of invention with a playful mindset, viewing failure as part of the fun and the learning process. His playful approach to experimenting with materials and ideas eventually led to groundbreaking inventions like the light bulb. Albert Einstein, too, was known to indulge in playful, imaginative thinking. His theory of relativity emerged not from rigid, linear problem-solving but from a deep sense of curiosity and imaginative exploration of abstract concepts. Play also allows individuals to approach problems from unexpected angles. When we engage with the world playfully, we detach from the constraints of traditional solutions and embrace a more fluid, open-ended approach. This is particularly valuable in fields like technology and design, where innovation thrives on the ability to think outside the box. Companies like Google and IDEO encourage play within their workplace cultures, understanding that giving employees the freedom to experiment, explore, and fail in a playful environment leads to fresh, out-of-the-box ideas that drive progress. Moreover, playfulness fosters collaboration and the cross-pollination of ideas. In playful environments, people feel more open to sharing their thoughts and bouncing ideas off one another without the fear of being judged or criticized. This fosters a sense of creative community and can lead to the blending of diverse perspectives, ultimately resulting in richer, more innovative outcomes. Play allows individuals to connect and collaborate in a way that encourages mutual discovery, whether it's a group of scientists brainstorming a new research approach or a team of designers working together to create a product prototype. In essence, play is not a diversion from creativity but a catalyst for it. By engaging in play, individuals can tap into their subconscious minds, free themselves from the constraints of conventional thinking, and open up new channels of imagination. Play fosters the mental flexibility, risk-taking, and freedom necessary for the creative process, enabling new discoveries, art forms, and innovations. Whether through spontaneous improvisation, experimental thinking, or collaborative exploration, play is a driving force behind human creativity, an essential ingredient for innovation that should not be underestimated or overlooked. Across the globe, cultures have vastly different attitudes toward the role of play in adulthood. In some societies, the boundary between childhood and adulthood is clearly drawn, with play seen as a frivolous activity best left behind once one enters the serious phase of life. In others, play continues to be an integral part of adult life, contributing to emotional well-being, social cohesion, and creative growth. These cultural attitudes influence how individuals perceive themselves and their ability to access the playful, imaginative aspects of their inner selves as they grow older. In Western cultures, especially in highly industrialized societies, there is often a strong emphasis on productivity, efficiency, and achievement. From a young age, individuals are socialized to prioritize education, career, and financial stability, with play often relegated to childhood or occasional vacations. As a result, adulthood can be marked by a narrowing of possibilities. Play becomes seen as something unproductive or indulgent, a luxury for those who have the time or means to engage in it. In this context, play is often misunderstood as a distraction or waste of time, especially in high-pressure environments where success is measured by tangible, material outcomes. The relentless pursuit of responsibilities in such societies can lead to burnout, stress, and a diminished sense of joy, as adults are disconnected from their playful, creative sides. Yet, even within such cultures, there is a growing recognition of the value of playfulness in adulthood. In recent years, the concept of play has expanded beyond its traditional association with childhood and is increasingly being embraced in adult spaces, whether in the form of recreational sports, creative hobbies, or corporate play-based team-building activities. The rise of playful learning and gamification in workplaces and educational settings reflects a cultural shift toward recognizing that play fosters not just relaxation, but creativity, problem-solving, and collaboration. Even in the business world, playfulness is seen as an essential ingredient for innovation, as companies encourage employees to engage in playful brainstorming sessions and collaborative games to generate new ideas and solutions. In contrast, other cultures may have a more relaxed attitude toward play throughout life. In some Latin American and African societies, play is often embedded in the daily rhythms of life, even for adults. For instance, community celebrations, dances, and social gatherings are seen as important outlets for creative expression, relaxation, and social connection, activities that blend work, leisure, and play seamlessly. These cultures emphasize the importance of balance, where play is seen not as an indulgence but as a vital part of maintaining emotional and social well-being. In many Asian cultures, there is a stronger sense of duty and responsibility, and the concept of play in adulthood may be more restrained or formalized. However, some Asian cultures have also begun to integrate play and leisure into the work-life balance. Japan, for example, is known for its quirky and playful public events, like manga culture, video games, and playful festivals, even as it maintains a high degree of social order and responsibility. These activities offer adults a chance to reconnect with childlike wonder and creativity, showing that play can coexist with hard work and discipline. The Scandinavian countries, such as Sweden and Denmark, have been praised for their approach to work-life balance, which places a high value on leisure, relaxation, and even play as part of the adult experience. These cultures often encourage adults to engage in playful outdoor activities, such as skiing or cycling, as a means of fostering physical health and emotional well-being. In Denmark, for example, the concept of hygge emphasizes comfort, coziness, and enjoyment of simple pleasures, integrating playfulness into daily life. Even for adults, the contrast between cultures that embrace play as a lifelong endeavor and those that treat it as something to be left behind in childhood speaks to a larger conversation about the importance of balance in human life. In cultures where play is undervalued in adulthood, the consequences can include stress, mental health challenges, and a diminished sense of creativity. Conversely, in societies that integrate play into their adult lives, there tends to be a greater emphasis on well-being, social cohesion, and personal fulfillment. In conclusion, cultural views on play in adulthood shape how individuals experience their own lives and the world around them. While some societies may discourage playfulness as a serious hindrance to success, others encourage it as an essential part of life. Understanding the role of play in various cultures and recognizing its potential to foster creativity, resilience, and emotional balance is key to unlocking a deeper appreciation for the playful, imaginative aspects of our human nature, no matter our age. Play, it seems, is a universal need that transcends cultural boundaries, and its importance for adults should not be underestimated.